Okay, this image was provided by Suprit Patel. Um, this is lovely image, to be quite honest. I like it very much. Nice lighting, natural lighting, and I love the guitar because because I love music too. Anyway, I have opened this image into Camera Raw. So let's try the auto first and see what happens. Okay, by clicking auto, I think what it does is it gives a little bit light in front, in foreground as well. So I think it's okay to use auto, and then we'll do some manual adjustment. All right, so let's see what we can do. I think I'll try to reduce a bit of highlight by holding Alt so that we know what we are doing. Yeah, I think it's okay if I go right up to the end. And then shadow, I don't think we have to do anything with the shadow. What about white? Yeah, we'll reduce a white a bit as well. I think I'll go up to, I don't know, maybe minus 25, 26, whatever. Yeah. Clarity, yeah, we can try clarity. I think it's okay. I don't want too sharp because I love the softness right now. Vibrance, yes, I would like to have some colors actually, so we'll increase some vibrance. What about white balance? Let's see, auto. What does auto? No, I don't like auto. Edge, I think we'll leave it as it is. It's okay. Next, I would like to check the verticals. So let's see what happens. Yes, it's better now than before. What about if we see both actually? Yeah, that's even better. Yep, so that's that. Let's go back to the main adjustments, and I think I would like to adjust a little bit of contrast as well. So if I go, well, I think I'll leave it to, yeah, somewhere around 3 maybe. Okay, and then while holding shift, if I hold shift, you can notice here, look, it changes from open image to open object, and then click open object. There we are. Then right click here and select new smart object via copy. Click it, which will give us another layer but separate, completely independent, meaning whatever we do here on this layer will not affect this layer, and whatever we do here on the bottom layer will not affect the top layer. Okay, now double click on the bottom layer to reopen it into the camera raw again, because I want it to soften now. And then I think because this is not human, this is guitar, so I'll increase the saturation as well. Normally I don't actually touch saturation too much, I only use vibrance. Okay, so that's that. Yes, I would like to check the noise, and I'll go there and increase that as well. Might as well how soft as we can. Okay, color as well, and then click OK. Now we see nothing. Why? Because we have done everything to the bottom layer. So if we click and close this eye, we will see what we have done at the bottom. Yeah, that's the top layer, this is bottom layer. Now what I want to do actually is I'm in two minds actually. I like the softness as well as the other side. Okay, let's do one thing. We will select the guitar now. So let's select the top layer and then select the quick selection tool, and we will select the guitar. Oops, you know what, I think it's because it's too bright. Selecting the other area as well, but not to worry, we'll manage. Okay, you know what, I think let me select this and then I'll come back because I don't want to waste your time. You know, sometimes you have to use the other tools for the selection. I will use lasso tool because some of the area, sometimes, you know, if the surrounding is too bright, it will go out. That means we'll have to do it manually by actually going like this. Oops, sorry, I forgot to press the Alt. See, so press Alt and reselect it. There you go. The same again here. Don't worry about the strings, we will cover that later on. Okay, let's select the main area first. Okay, that's that. That's that. So like this, you select complete guitar and then we'll go further. Okay, I think my selection is done. So now what I have to do is click this mask button while this, hold on, before I do that actually I would like to save my selection. So I will go to select, save selection, and I think I would name guitar and click OK, and then click mask. There we are. I would duplicate this top layer by Control or Command and J, and then change the blending mode from normal to multiply, which will give a real definition to my guitar. But I think it is a bit too much. It's going to be too dark, so I would like to reduce the opacity as I want. Okay, I think I'll try 50 at the moment. I don't know, 40, maybe 40, 45. Okay, 40, let's go 43. Before we go any further, actually I noticed that if we look closely, look, we have actually, we'll have to correct this. Okay, so select the mask and then brush. I will have soft brush, very small tiny brush with 100% opacity and 100% flow, and then blur the background which we have missed up here, the string. I think we better redo the string. So for that, create new layer while you have selected black brush, but this time we want not completely hard brush, we want semi-hard kind of. Okay, and then make sure the size is as thick as the string. Okay, which is about this, about right, I think it's 2. Okay, brush size is 2 with 100% opacity, and then I will click from here to here. That's my string, and from there to there. Okay, now I would like to do all of them actually like this. So what I'll do is I'll just do one in video, then I will do the rest, which I'm not going to record because otherwise the video will be too lengthy. So you got the point anyway, you know. The same way I'm going to do the other strings so that we have real detail wise, you know. Okay, so let me pause video here. I'll come back soon. Okay, I think my guitar strings are done. As we can see, I'll go close so you can see properly. And yeah, all the guitar strings is done. Yeah, now I think it's too strong, so what I would like to do is I would like to reduce the opacity so it looks natural. I'll go, I don't know, maybe around 65, yeah, 65 will do. Yeah, I'll create another layer on top of this guitar layer. Yeah, and I will name it smoothing the bass. A mixer brush tool, yeah. Then I would like to brush over this area. Okay, it's a bit boring job, but you got no choice. If you want to do proper job, nice job, then you have to do all these things, you know. So I'll make it quite smooth. When you use this brush, you have to make sure that you don't mix your strokes with light to dark and dark to light. Let me show you what I mean. Look, for example, if I do this, see what happens? That's not good. So you have to carry on. For example, if you're doing the darkest area, you only concentrate on dark area and follow the same area. You don't mix up with dark to light and light to dark. Okay, the other thing you have to make sure, I mean, you have to keep in mind that you don't touch any of those edges, because if you do on edges, you will lose the definition. So you don't want to do that. Leave these edges alone, and then do the brushing off. I think I'm almost done anyway. Once you finish with this, what you have to do is, actually it's a good idea to add some noise in it. So I'll go to filter, noise, and add noise. It'll look a bit better. I think 66, no, too much, I think. Okay, 10 is fine. With I'll go with Gaussian, whatever you call. Okay, and then click OK. Better name this strings. Now I'll create another layer after selecting this main, and that will be for cloning. It is good practice if you name your layer, because then you know exactly what you're doing and you don't struggle. Okay, now you select the clone tool, and the shortcut key for that is S, or you go here and select the clone stamp tool. What I want to do actually, I want to remove this shadow of, I don't know whether it's string or something else, but it's not helping actually, so I would like to remove that. Okay, that's that. Might as well do some surrounding, make it clean and nice. You have to adjust your size of the brush while you're doing this. Looks better. Okay, I'm trying to actually change, well, not change, but polish this bit actually of the guitar if I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this area and then paste down to this one. I've selected what I want. Okay, Control C and then select this and Control V. Now make sure it is right at the top in the layers. Then I'm not sure whether this is going to work, but up until you don't try you won't know. So I would like to try. I always like to try things, because if you don't try you would not know whether you'll be able to do that. Okay, click here and adjust as you need. Okay, see what happens. I'm not going to use actually completely on complete guitar. I'm just going to use wherever I need. So I'm just trying what I can do. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so that's that, that's that, that's that. Okay. Okay, now I think that is it. Accept the changes you have done by clicking this click here, and then create a mask next to it, and then brush, and then brush it off. Make sure your foreground color is black. You have selected brush, and then try to go around it. Okay, like this. What you can do actually, you can reduce the opacity of this layer so that you can see exactly what you are doing. Okay, and it becomes easy to do the job. Okay. That's better. Right. Now we can increase the opacity. Like I said, I don't want to replace the complete color. I just want to make it a little shiny, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so that's that. Now I will select gradient tool, which is this one, and then make sure you select here black to none, and click the second box. Opacity around, well, yeah, 14 to between 15 and 20 will do, and then click up until you are satisfied with what you're doing. I'm just going to use whatever I need to make it a little better. So this is what I'm trying to do. Okay. If I increase the size, then I will know what I'm doing, otherwise you have no idea. Okay, I will change to my brush now. See, I always actually keep on changing my tools while I'm doing the work, because always, one tool will not work all the way. So you have to keep on changing as you need. At the same time, you have to keep on changing your brush size, opacity, softness, hardness, all these things while you're working. That is, of course, if you want to do really good job. Okay, so here we are. Now, okay, I'll go to V again, click this, and stretch a bit out. Okay, accept it, and then brush. I always use shortcuts, so you will not see me going to tools palette, because I always use shortcuts. Saves you time and looks professional as well, actually. Okay, so that's that. Right. I am using tablet, Wacom tablet. So if I click Control plus Alt and then right to increase my size, left to decrease, at the same time if I go up, it softens the brush. If I go down, it's hardens the brush. So makes your life actually really easy. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to reduce the opacity a little bit more and see how it looks. Go. Yeah, that will do. I would like to take this color out completely, so I'll increase my opacity to 100%. I mean my brush opacity, and then erase, well, not erase, but remove from this bit, because we don't really want anything on this. There we are. As well as from this side as well, because we don't want anything up here, though we haven't actually covered this, but to make sure. Okay, so that's that. What I would like to do now is actually I would like to change luminosity. Yeah, that's better. 7. Okay, looks better to me. This is with and this is without. That's with, that's without. Well, I personally prefer with, so I would leave it with. I have changed my blending mode from normal to luminosity, and my opacity is 78 right now, and that's what I'm going to keep it. Now I don't know this mark is whether it is original from the top tip, but now I would like to clone it actually. So opacity. So if we close this, that's before, that's after. Um, yes. Oh, city. I think I'll keep multiply and then leave it as it is. Okay. So let's make a group before we get mixed up. I'll make a group of these 3 layers, which is the base. Okay, select 3 of them. Let me do it again. Select the first one, then shift and click the third one, and then right click on it and then group from layers, and then name the group, which is what? Guitar bass. Select the mask, make sure you got a black foreground selected with 100% opacity of the brush, and then go around the edge. Make sure you don't have any junk left there. That's good. Better. Okay, I think I have left a bit of cloning work, which I better finish it, and that is this wall. I don't really like showing this because it seems little. Oops. Oh, selected the wrong layer. Okay, select this cloning one where we have done cloning before, and then select your source from there. Make sure your opacity is 100%. Opacity is 100%, and then clone it over. We don't want any wall there. Looks better. Looks better. I think these knobs are a bit dark, so I would like to lighten them up a bit. Select this main layer, create new layer above it, name it to string knobs, and then change blending mode from normal to color dodge. Reduce the opacity for the name. brighten it up. Yeah, better than before, bit shiny. Same thing with these edges, but I will use 100% opacity. So if you press 0, your opacity will be 100%, and then just brush it over. Make sure you don't go out of the line. You know, you have to be very steady. My hands are not really steady. What's that? A little bit at the back as well. It is good idea actually to increase the size so that you know exactly what you're doing. There we go. And I'm going out a bit. Oops. There we are. If you want to see before and after, just press this I and you will know the difference. There we are. Well, like I said, I'm not actually happy about this side, so what I was thinking is okay, I got the idea. Select the lasso tool and select this area right from the edge to the area we want, which is, I think up to here is more than enough. And then that way the round, and yeah, we will save this selection. So go to select, save selection, and base repair, and then deselect it by Control or Command plus D, and then we will make composite layer by holding Shift, Alt, Command and E. While we do this, we have to make sure that we have selected the top layer, and then we do that, which will give us this composite snap. So let's name it CS Composite Snap. Now we can have our selection back. So we go to select, load selection, base repair, okay, and then Control C, Control V, or if you're using PC, then Command C, Command V, and then we go to Edit again, Transform, and flip horizontal. There we are. Now click one of the corner, flip it around, bring it over there, and bingo. Accept the changes, select the brush with 100% opacity, press D to have default color, which is black and white, and oops, and then right next to this top layer, which is the patch we just did, create mask against it, and then brush it over where we don't really need this thing. Okay, as well as here. Yeah. And here. What I will do is, I think I'll select gradient tool, which is G for shortcut. Make sure that you got black to none. The second box opacity is around 17, and just click it here to merge it nicely. There we are. Brilliant. Select brush again, make sure there's nothing left over there, and that's it really. Cloning is done. Looks better than before, I think. Look, this is before and that's after. Name it base repair, base repair, and then create another snap, which is Shift Alt Command or Control plus E, and name it CS again. Okay, we'll blur the background a little bit more. So to do that, we will duplicate this layer by drag and drop here, or by control and command J, control or command J. Then close this for the time being. Select the bottom one, go to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. I think 8.5 around, well, yeah, just about that will do, about 8.5 actually. Click OK and open the top layer, select the top layer, and hold Control or Command and then click on this selection to make a selection, then go there and then click on mask, which will create the mask. There we are. Then click on the mask, make sure you got white as a foreground, and then select gradient tool by clicking G, and then make sure you got white here. Click on white box, white to none, second box here, and 36 opacity will do. Yeah, I think so. And then click around, and wherever you don't want the blur. Actually, why I'm doing this is because I want the edges really sharp in the sense I don't want any blur leakage into my guitar. So by clicking this, we are making sure that guitar is free of blur. Okay, so that's that. That's it. Okay, now I would like to have a composite snap, which is Shift Alt Command and E, and then duplicate the layer and then change mode to hard light, and then reduce opacity to about 50%, I think, and then create a mask next to the top layer. Oops, next to the top layer, select black brush with 100% opacity and soft brush, and then brush over. Make sure your foreground color is black. If not, just press X and do it. Okay, like this. So we are back to where we were, just on this part. Okay, maybe I think I'll reduce a bit. 35, 36 will do. Okay, now I would like to actually flatten the image, which is this one here. Flatten the image, then I would like to use actually one of my actions, which is edge sharpening. There we are, edge sharpening. Accept it, and then yeah. Okay. Okay. Now I don't think I'll need this, so I'll delete the previous layer. I will have this one, which is the duplicate one, and then I will flatten this two layer again. I think I'm not still happy about this part. This is a bit dark, so what I'll do is I'll create, then go to image, apply image, and then change mode to screen, and then click mask, and then reduce opacity to about, I would say 60, around 60, as before, as after. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this now. Click OK. I will flatten this again. Then I will create new layer above, select brush, but mixer brush tool rather than brush, and then if you look at here, it's not actually looking very good, so I'll brush this over to have it nice and smooth. That's better. I'll flatten it again. I think I will crop a little from this side. Move to here maybe. Yep. That's it. I'll duplicate the layer first, and then I'll try to apply one of the filter exposure. So what I'll do is I'll create a mask next to the top layer, and then select brush. Hang on, no, I'll select gradient tool rather. Then back to none. How about 20? Yeah, about 20%. and then save it. I finalized actually what I did. I created another layer, which is this one. Um, change the blending mode to color dodge, and then I brushed it by selecting this color, which is yellowish, well, orangish rather, and I reduced the opacity to 64%. So that was before, and this is after. I like actually a bit gold color on them, and that's it. Now I'm going to flatten it and finish it up. You know, here is before and after. I've done two versions actually. One is a bit on soft side, and the other one is normal, which is this one, and this is soft, misty kind of look. Well, that's it really. Don't forget to subscribe the YouTube channel if you would like to have um, auto notification on my new release videos. And thank you all. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.